Hello everyone, so this is our 20th tutorial in the series of SolidWorks tutorials. So in this tutorial we discuss about the sheet metal module of the SolidWorks. So let's start with this. So you can go to file and click the new and select the new template, or you can go to new direct shortcut new and then select the part module. You can see there is a window which consists of your three basic modules: part, assembly and drawing. So you just select the part and then click OK. And when you click OK, you can see a sheet metal user interface is open in front of you. And now you can see you can start by selecting the plane, or you can start by selecting base flange. So base flange is nothing, it gives the thickness to the sketch you draw on the plane you as per your requirements. So you can select plane from this feature manager design tree. You can select any of these planes, front, top and right, or you can directly select the base flange. When you click the base plane, you have to select the plane, okay? Or the another method is that you can select the top plane and then go to the base flange option. So it's up to you, you can use any of these two methods. So I just select the top plane and then click on the base flange. Now you have to draw a sketch. That means you have to select your center rectangle here. So let me draw a center rectangle. Now I have to give certain dimensions to this rectangle. Let us say this dimension is around 200 and this dimension is about 100. Now unselect the smart dimension option to close the command and then click OK and then exit the sketch. Now you can see when I exit the sketch, your base flange is ready. Now when I zoom this corner, you can see the base flange when apply on this sketch, it is in downward directions. So make sure it should be in reverse direction. So when you click reverse, you can see it moves upwards, and when you unclick the reverse, it seems that it moves downwards. So just make sure that it should be in upward direction. So as per your requirement, you have to select this reverse direction option here. Okay, now the sheet metal parameters. Now sheet metal parameters is nothing, it is basically your thickness of the sheet, whether you want to be a 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter. As per your requirements, you can define the sheet metal. And then we have a bend allowance. So this is your by default K factor. So it should be 0.5. It is by default, you have to take this K factor only. Okay, and now when you click OK here, you can see your sheet is created with 1 millimeter of thickness. So this is your base flange. Now when you see in the feature manager design tree, you can see your sheet metal feature and you have your base flange. So when you click the sheet metal and then go to the edit features here, you can add the various parameters. So here you have bend parameters, you have bend allowance as K factor. You can change the sheet metal features like using gauge tables also. Now as per your requirements, you have to define your own thickness and your own radius, bending radius. But if you select the gauge tables, when you click OK here, now select the gauge table, you can choose the gauge table as per the standard formats which is given in the software. So when I select this bend allowance, you can see it takes a bit time. Takes a bit longer right now. Now you can see here we have an option of bend allowance. We select the gauge table as standard bend allowance in millimeters. Now steel air bending we have, and here is your gauge number. That is, higher the gauge number, your lesser will be the thickness. Your gauge 5 is 1 millimeter, gauge 4, gauge 3. As you can see, you can override this thickness also. Just click here and you can see you can override as 2 millimeters, 3 millimeter. As per your requirement, you can change the thickness, and this is your bend radius. So you can change the bend radius also. So no need to worry, you can select the gauge number. Now most of the time we don't need any gauge tables, we select as per our requirements. So you can select the bend allowance as K factor, not the gauge table. Just accidentally click OK here. Now you can see your sheet metal feature is as per the requirements, you have to define the thickness as 1 millimeter, radius as 1 millimeter. You don't need any gauge tables. Your bend allowance will according to the gauge K factor, not any other options. And your relief should be of rectangular, or you can choose any of the values like circular, tier, OB round, or anything else. So let it be rectangular right now. Okay, now click OK. Now you can see this is your sheet metal. This is created with the help of base flange. The thickness of the sheet is 1 millimeter right now. Okay, now comes to the next part. Now we are discussing about these six commands here, like edge flange, meter flange, hem, jog, sketch and bend, and cross break. So first of all, we select the edge flange here. Now when I select the edge flange, I have to select the edge about which I need a flange. Flange is nothing, it's a wall created on the edge of the sheet metal. So I just select this, and you can see I can drag my mouse to move up and down. See, I select this height, this much of height. Okay, now you can see this in property manager, flange parameters. So edge 1 is selected. Now you can use the default radiuses, because you have a thickness of 1 millimeter and your bend radius is of 1 millimeter. You can change the radius by unclick this box. So just click here and you can define the bend radius as per your requirements. So let us take the default radius first. So I just click OK here. Now you can define the angle also. So this is right now 90 degree to this base flange, and if you need some other angle, just type like 45. Then you can see this is the base flange which is at 45 degree to it, or you can choose any of this like 80 degree. So this is your 80 degree. So by default we take as 90 degree first. Now this is your flange, 90 degree to this base. Okay, now comes to the flange length. Now this flange length is blind, and the distance of flange length means this height from this edge to this upper edge. Okay, the distance of this height is 46. So let it should be 50. So I just extend to 4 millimeters up. Previously it is 46. And now comes to this portion. This is the online, you can say, outer virtual sharp, inner virtual sharp, and tangent bend. So let us discuss about these three parameters first. So let me make this as a front view first. No, not front view. Yeah, side view. Okay, so as you can see, I just zoom it out for your reference. So you can see this edge is parallel, or you can say that this edge is coincidence with this line. Okay, and you can see the bend will occur inside, from the inside of this base flange. Okay, so when you select this outer virtual sharp means the calculation will be done from the outer edge of this bend, and then from the outer edge to this edge. Okay, so this horizontal edge to this vertical edge flange edge. Fine. And when you select this inner virtual sharp, or inner virtual sharp means your calculation will be done from this edge to this outer edge of this flange. Okay, so the calculation will be taken from this. So 1 millimeter will be less. So if it is 50, then it marks as 49, not 50. Now when you select this outer virtual sharp, it means the 50 will be calculated from this horizontal edge to the upper edge of this flange. Okay, so this will remains 50. So it depends upon the designer requirements, what type of requirement it needs. Okay, now we have flange position. So first position is our material inside, means the flange will move from inside to this base flange. So this is how your material inside appears, this yellow color, and this gray color is your base flange, and the material will be obtained from this base flange and then bent to 90 degree up to the height of 50 millimeters. Now second option we have material outsides. When I select material outsides, the half of the round or half of the bend, that means if radius is 1 millimeter, that means 0.5 will be inside and 0.5 will be outside. Okay, so the edge flange will act, or you can say applied on the base flange with 0.5 millimeter in and 0.5 millimeter outside. But in case of inner material inside, your whole bend 1 millimeter radius is from the inside of the base flange. Then we have another option, bend outside. So bend outside means that your whole of the bend radius or your bend will occur from the outside of this base flange. So you have to make sure that when you calculate the horizontal and vertical distances, make sure that bending will occur within inside the or the material inside from this or as per your requirements, because when you change these parameters you can easily lose 1 to 2 or around 3 to 4 millimeters in bending. So make sure you select the correct option in this flange positions. And the next one, we have a bend from virtual shaft. Bend from virtual shaft is nothing, it's basically similar to your material inside. And bend from your tangent to bend, it means your tangent option is this line is tangent to this bend radius and the distance will be calculated from this edge. Okay, so you have to focus on these first three options. So we select the material inside, so that my calculation of 100 millimeter thickness of this you can say the okay, so 100 millimeter this width remains same, it doesn't changes. I don't want it to be 102 or 104 millimeters, so I make it sure that this should be 100 millimeter including all the edge flanges along all the bends. Okay, so this is how you can define the thickness, flange length. Now moving on to another option. Here we have your edit flange profile. Now this edit flange profile, what it does, it basically edit your flange options. So now the flange will applied on the entire length of this base flange, but sometimes what are the requirements, we don't need any entire flange on the entire length, we need somewhere here in the middle or somewhere at certain options at certain distance from the edges. So what I do, I just select the edit flange option in the property manager. So you can see a new dialog box appears. Now you just select finish when you edit this flange first. So how to edit it, just select the edge and drag as per your requirements the distances. So go to the smart dimension, select the edge, select the corner, define the distance, let us say it should be 50, and again you can define this edge and this corner, let us say it should be, the height should be 50 also, and this edge and this corner, it should be again, let us say it should be 50 again. Okay, so this is how you can define all the things, and when it is fully defined you just finish this option. So you can see your flange is edited to a certain value, fine. Otherwise what happens, the entire flange will occur from this point, this edge, this point to this point. Okay, but as per the requirements you can change the amount up to which you require the flange. So you can see this is your flange which has a bend radius of 1 millimeter, and it is starting from inside the material and with a height of 50 millimeters. Okay, and you can see we have a relief of rectangular element having a 0.5 millimeter here, 0.5 millimeter here. Okay, so this is your relief. You can give the relief as OB round, or you can give the relief as circular profile also. So this is how you can define the edge bend. Okay, edge flange. Now again I have to define some other flanges. So first of all we select the edge flange, and now the second option we have a miter flange. Miter flange is nothing, it's a type of edge flange, but in this you have to define the sketch of the flange as per the requirements. Okay, that means your flange will be as per the sketch required by the designer of the draftsman. Okay, so let's start with this meter flange. So I just select this meter flange. So you have to select first your plane or the edge. So let me introduce that this is the edge. Select the outer edge because you want that bend should be from the outside of the sheet metal, not from the inside. Okay, this is as now this is up to you. You want the bend from inside or you from the outside edge. It's up to you. Okay, so I just select the outside edge here, and you can define the plane. First of all you have to select the edge on which you want the miter flange, and you can see automatically a plane is created, And now what I do, I just go to Control 8 so that it can be 90 degree to me. Now I have to draw the type of flange I required. So I just make sure that this should be from the lower edge, it should be 50. Click OK, fine, and this edge should be around 20. OK. Now click OK here, exit the sketch, and you can see. So miter flange is nothing, it is basically the sketch based flange. Edge flange is the by default flange which is created by the software. In case of miter flange, you can edit as per the requirements. You can change the shape. I just make a basic shape of L structure. You can change it as per your requirements. Okay, you can give arc or curves or something like that. You can do it, no issues. So this is the sketch one, this is the edge one. You can continue to the edge 2 also if you require. So just select this edge. So you can see there is a 45 degree cutting exist in this. So this is how you can define the miter flange, and you can define the radius also. So you can use the default radius, or when you unclick it, you can define radius as per your, you can make it 1.6, 2, 3 as per the design requirement. So I just select the use default radius. Now again, these are the three options which are previously discussed in the edge flange, that whether it is material outside, material inside, or outside, and it is bend outside. Okay, now this is the gap distance. So the gap distance is nothing, it's basically the distance between these two flanges at an angle of 45 degrees. So this is the gap distance. So you can change it, let us say it should be 1 millimeter. So I just make it sure that this should be 1 millimeter. Okay, you can change it to 0.5, 0.3, and as per the requirements of the designer. Okay, you can change it to 10 millimeters also, no issues. So by default it is 1.25, so I just selected 0.25 here. Now again, what you can do, you can make the offset for start and end. So first one is for start and second one is for end. So start will be from this side where I have a plane and I draw a sketch. So I just select the start, and let us say it should be 10 millimeter away from the sketch, and from the end. So this is the end. So I just select this and make sure it should be 20. So it should, you can see it is 20 millimeter away from this edge and 10 millimeter from this plane. So you can give the offset also, and when I click OK, so you can see your miter flange is applied. So this flange is basically a sketch driven flange. You can sketch as per the requirements, and the miter flange will be applied to the component. So this is how you can define the miter flange. Now comes to the hem. Now hem can be applied. So for that I just select the edge flange first. So make sure I just select this edge, give the distance of 50 millimeters. Okay, now I just go to edit features of edit flange, edit the flange. I draw a corner rectangle on this. Fine, let me give certain distances. It should be 50. Again, it should be 40. It should be 40 also, and this distance is 20. Okay, fine. So it remains same, and this distance should be 30. Okay. No. Exit. Fine. Okay, just go to edit features first, edit flange here, finish. Fine. Now you have to create the hem. Hem is nothing, it's basically the fold on the edge of the flange. So it is used to provide a smooth surface to handle the sheet metal surfaces. Otherwise the sheet is very sharp, it can cut your fingers or hands while you pick up the sheets. Okay, so hem is provided to just provide the strengthening to the edge of the sheet metal, and it also provides the safe, you can say, safe structures to carry the sheet metal. Okay. Now third option or third command we are using in this sheet metal is hem. Now I select the hem option here. Now you can see when I select the hem, you have to select the edge. So I just select this outer edge. So you can see the hem is applied to it. So hem can be of different types. It can be of your closed, it can be of open, it can be teardrop, it can be rolled. Okay, now when I just click closed here, you can see the hem is just paste, or you can say it's just besides this edge flange. It sticks to this edge flange. Okay, so you can choose the hem like material inside and material bend outside. So I select the material inside. It is similar definitions as compared to your edge flanges, so no need to worry what is this. Okay, so just select the material inside option here. You can define the distance of edge flange. So let us say it should be 20 millimeters, then it should be 20 millimeters. Enter. So you can see it moves downwards. Okay, so this is how your edge hem is created. So it is closed, and if I select the your open, in open you have a round flange hem here. So again it is material inside, so it takes the material from the flange itself, and you can define the radius as also. So if it has a distance, this is the vertical distance, let us say should be 10 again, and if you don't need any distance, just click 0 here. Okay, and let us say the distances here we have a radius of about 15. You can change the radius, let us say it should be 5. It depends upon the designer requirements. Okay, so you can provide this hem here. Okay, so this is your open, close we discussed, and now we have a teardrop. So in case of teardrop, you can see the end edge of this hem is connected to, or sticks to this edge flange here. Okay, so you can see directly here. No need to worry. I just make sure that the view is visible to you. Let me define this view. See, this is how it works. Okay, so this is the teardrop shape. Now in this teardrop shape you have your angle and you have your radius. So angle can be vary, it can be 150, it can be 200. Now please enter the amount. Now you can see, now as per the requirements, now it will depend upon the bend radius and the thickness of the sheet. So it will vary from 180 to 270 degree. Okay, so let's say it should be 250 degree. You can see the variation will occur, or it should be 200. So you just select the 200. You can change the radius also, 0.25, let us say it should be 0.5. So it will depends upon the requirements as per the design. So let should be 20.25 by default. And last one, we have a rolled option here. So when I select this rolled option, you can see same teardrop option, but the difference is that in teardrop your bend is bit closer to the edge flange, but in this case of rolled, your bend is not very closer to this edge flange. So just you can change the variations. You can 0.5 bending radius, you can define the value of 250. So it is totally rolled, not teardrop. In teardrop, first roll and then straight edges. In this, it is completely rolled, 360 rolled. Okay, so when I just click OK here, so you can see your flange, your hem is created. Okay, you can edit the hem also. Just edit, just right click on this, go to edit feature, and you can edit hem width. So it is very similar to that of edge editing. So just select the amount you want, smart dimensions, give certain distances, and it should be 30. Again, from this point to this edge, it should be 30, enter, just click finish here. You can see now here relief is rectangular, that's why it appears rectangular always, or at all the points. Okay, so this is how you can define the hem. So we discuss about edge flange, we discuss about miter flange, and we can discuss about hem. Now comes to jog. Now jog is nothing, it's basically a sheet bend with the help of a certain sketch. So when I click jog, you have to define the plane first. So I select this plane and I go to this line option, or you have to draw a certain sketch here. So I draw a line from where the bend appears. So I select this line, click OK, exit the sketch. Okay, and now I select which face you want to fix. So I select this face which is below this sketch line. So I select this like this. You can see jog will appear. So jog is nothing, is basically a bend from that sketch of that flange. Okay, so it can be blind, it can be of certain distance, and we have a dimension position from the outside offset, or you can say inside offset, or it should be overall dimensions. So it depends upon the requirements. So by default I select the outside offset, so it covers the distances from this edge to the entire edge. Now another option, you have to select this fixed projected length. If you select it, you can see my bend will occur as per the requirements, as per the height of this edge flange. If it is 50, then this projected length will be 50 also. Okay, when I just unclick it, see what happens. It is not up to this point, it becomes a bit lower from this edge. Why? Because it has certain bends in it. So bending allowance is required, and bending takes certain radiuses and certain material also. So that's why it is bit lower as compared to this height. Okay, so when I just click fix projected length, that means your length of 50 millimeters remains same, but bend occurs. Okay, so you can choose the bend at 45 degree, 90 degree, and jog position can be as per the requirements. Bend center line, that means your bend will occur from the center line of this bend, or from the inside, from the outside, or bend outside. Okay, you can choose 90 degree here. As you can see, a 90 degree bend occur. You can choose any angle as per the requirements. So when I click OK, you can see a bend will appear. See, a bend will appear at a certain angle. So bend will appear. Fine. So this is how you can apply a jog command. Jog is nothing, you just bend the sheet metal at a certain sketch as per the requirements, as per the height. Okay, you can define the bend at 90 degree or at certain angle also, no need to worry. Then we have a next option, sketch bend. Sketch bend is nothing, it's similar to your jog. So I just select the plane. Now I have to draw a sketch. Exit the sketch. Now define the fix. So this is how you can bend it. Click OK. So you can see this is bent to a certain angle. Angle can be 90 or any other value, 45, 75, 80. You can choose any of the value, and this bend occurs at a sketch line which is center on this this plane, and it bends to 90 degree. So entire bending takes place along that sketch line. So jog is nothing, jog is basically your projected part of that edge flange to a certain angle. But in case of sketch bend, you just select the sketch at which you want bend. So when you I'm sorry, when you select the various bends, and you don't need to apply the edge flange on every part of the component, you just select the sketches, you just select the sketch bend and just bend it at certain angles as per the requirements. Okay, now comes to the next part, we have a cross break. So cross break is nothing, it's basically a cross mark which is acting on the surface on which you want. So cross break is used to provide the strength to the sheet metal. When I click OK, you can see the cross is appears. So you can change, you can edit it also. You can define the radius of the cross break, you can define the angle also, no need to worry. And you can change the edit cross profile. So just select this first constraint and delete it, select this point, finish it, so that it can be moved to a certain value. So this is how you can see this point is moved from this edge. So this is how you can edit it, the cross. So it is used to provide the strength to the sheet metal. Fine. So today we discuss about edge flange, miter flange, hems, jog, sketch bend and cross break. So these are very simple commands in the sheet metal. And lastly we discuss about unfold, fold and flatten. So when I click unfold, you have to select the fixed face. So this is my bottom face. So this is my fixed face. So this remains, this is the base flange which remains in the top plane. Okay. And now what I want, a bend on which I want to flat the surface. So this is the bend I want, and when I click OK here, you can see the unfold option takes place, because this is the folding option. So previously it is 90 degree, but now it is unfolded and it is at 180 degree, or you can say it is on the flat surface right now. Now unfold it, select the first face, okay, cancel, just fold it now, fold it, bend. So this is the bend I have to fold, click OK. So you can see the bend will as per the previous position. And lastly we have a flatten. Now when I click flatten here, so you can see you have the development of that surface, sheet metal. So this is the raw sheet which you get in the sheet metal manufacturing industry. So this is how you can define the development of that sheet. So when you define this development, these are the line where the bend will occur. So these are the lines, these are the dotted lines where the bend will occur. So the operator knows where I have to bend these. So basically this is the development of that surface or the component which you want to prepare or which you want to manufacture. So unflatten, to unflatten it, just click flatten here, and you will see the entire component remains untouched as it was previously. Okay, so I think this is the great lecture today on the sheet metal. We discuss about number of commands like base flange, edge flange, miter, hem, sketch bend, jog, cross break, or we can discuss about your unfold, fold and flatten. So around 50% of the sheet metal commands are done. So I think this was enough for today's lecture. So thanks for your support and thanks for watching.